Do you reach your real estate goal in 2022? Crickets, right? Guess what? You are not alone. Interest rates went crazy this year. Of course, no one expects the Fed to raise interest rate 2-3% higher than where it originally was back in February 2022. So if you didn't reach your real estate goal in 2022, guess what? 2022 is almost over. So we're going to hit that reset button. The Federal Reserve, the FHA has made a bunch of changes to guidelines to make home ownership a possibility in 2023. What's going on? My name is Min Win with What's a Mortgage. Welcome to our channel. The goal of our channel is to simplify home ownership. If it's your first time tuning in, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe or notification button so you are notified every time we go live or post new content. We go live every Monday night on Facebook and YouTube at 9 p.m. And we post content daily on TikTok and Instagram. So please strap on your seatbelts, get out your notepads, and let's take some note. Like mysterious. Oh my God, is that a troll message? Anywho, guys, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this video brings you any value, do me a huge favor. Please like the video and share the video with someone you know who's going to buy a home, right? So let's get into it. So guys, a lot of changes are happening. If you didn't buy a home, do me a favor. Start writing down your goals. Once you write down your goals, and after you know the new upgrades, the new rules, then go out and get a soft mortgage approval. Once you get a soft mortgage approval, then you can go ahead and set your expectation. If the right home pops up, you can go ahead and purchase that home. All right, guys? So, few changes happening. As you guys know, after Thanksgiving, a couple things have come up, like the new FHA loan limits. Let's pull up the new FHA loan limits right here. So here are the new FHA loan limits. So a lot of you guys who were trying to buy a home and you have only 3.5% down, the loan limits have changed. So if down payment was holding you back from buying a home and credit, of course, as you guys know, FHA loans have a more flexible credit rating system. So if you're looking at an FHA loan, you see that now it's $726,600. If you look in areas like LA County, Orange County, San Diego County, San Francisco, you can buy a home over $1 million with just 3.5% down FHA. Of course, that's not all counties. If you want, go to Google, just type in your county and ask for 2023 FHA loan limits. So if you're trying to buy in 2023 and you want to see the max loan limit, you can Google it. Here is the mortgagee letter, which will be in the description section where you can pull it up and see the guidelines. This does not take into effect till 2023. So if it doesn't fit your parameters in 2022, you might have to wait till next year. So if you're looking to purchase with an FHA loan, it just got easier with out of pocket. Of course, all you guys are asking about interest rates. We'll go over interest rates in just a second. All right, Rob? But for now, if you are trying to buy and you have flexible credit, that means you have a credit score between 580 to 680. FHA right now will make it a little bit easier for you to qualify for a bigger purchase price. Okay, now let's look at the second guideline that changed, which is conventional loan limits. As you guys know, conventional loan limits has changed. It's gone up from 647 to 726,200 nationwide. So if you are buying a home with a conventional loan, 3% down, higher purchase price. Of course, my favorite is 5% down. So with 5% down, you can go up to about 760,000, a little bit over 760,000. You can buy a home with just 5% down, which is about $23,000, $24,000. So that makes it easier for you to buy a home in 2023. Of course, I have the down payment, but I need interest rates to drop, which we'll go over in a second. But seems like FHFA, which monitors conventional loan, and HUD, which monitors FHA and VA loans, are making it easier to buy a home with a lower down payment. That entry level is going to allow more buyers to enter the market. I know 2022 was a tough year. So in 2023, they are opening up doors and making a way for buyers to step in with a lower down payment. So a lot of great things are happening. So start preparing now. So if down payment was the reason that holding you back from buying a home, now since the loan amounts have gone up, you can step in with FHA or conventional as well. In counties like LA County, Riverside, Orange County, San Diego County, if you're in a high cost area, if you need to find out if you are in a high cost area or not, please DM us directly as we get you approved. We will let you know if you're in a high cost area. You can buy a home over $1 million. Pull up Orange County here really quick. Orange County, California. Where are we at here? Orange County, for all those people in Orange County. So right here, Orange County, California. 1,089,300. So of course now you go almost close to like 1.1 mil, 5% down. You can buy a home in Orange County with just 5% down. That is unheard of. Okay. Typically, when you go with something that high, you'd have to go 10% down in conventional. Now you can come in with just 5% down. Okay. So that's a second chance. So we got changed to FHA. We got changed to conventional. Now let's look at changes to I'm going blank right now, the first-time homebuyer program. So first-time homebuyer for conventional has two specific programs, Home Ready and Home Possible. So FHFA announced target price changes to enterprise pricing framework. Layman's term, easiest way to explain it. You can buy a home as a first-time homebuyer with less than 10% down, 10% down, 5% down, 3% down, and get the same mortgage interest rate with someone buying 20% down or more. Okay, so imagine having a 680 to 740 credit score. You don't have to go FHA anymore. You can go conventional. They are removing, it's called the loan level pricing adjustments. First-time home buyers are deemed at higher risk, especially with lower down payments. With this loan level pricing adjustment being removed, now home buyers can come into the market and aren't forced to go FHA. You can go conventional. 680 credit score and above. Well, I thought you said there's no loan level pricing adjustments. Even if they removed it, when there's something called desktop underwriting. When you have under 680, it's really hard to get in with 3% down. 680 and above, you can get in with 3% down. But now you don't have to go FHA. You can go conventional. You're bringing buyers into the market with higher loan limits, and now you're allowing them to buy it as a lower risk buyer. That's huge news. Like I said, 680 and 740, you would have to go FHA. Now you can go conventional. Why is that such a big deal? On a conventional loan, as soon as you have 25% equity after 2 years, your PMI will fall off automatically. You will have more flexibility with PMI, but that doesn't mean your PMI rate won't be expensive because of the credit score. Interest rate wise, it will be more accessible, especially right now as we are still in a buyer's market. If you have high PMI costs, you can work out a deal with the seller to pay off your PMI, and you don't have to worry about that. That's what's so big. So if you can eliminate the PMI through a seller credit, now as a 3% down buyer, 5% down buyer, 10% down buyer, you can purchase a home and get the same interest rate for someone who has a 780 credit score, 20% down. That is big news. A lot of times the stress comes from high interest rate. And of course, typically, if you don't have great credit or you don't have a big down payment, you have to flip the bill, which means you got to pay higher costs because you are higher risk. And FHFA is removing that, creating more opportunity. So that's change number 3. Change number 1 for 2023, the loan limits on FHA change. Change number 2, the loan limits on conventional is changing. Okay, conventional one, I think you can take advantage of it in December with certain lenders, but most lenders, it's going to be 2023. Same thing with FHA. FHA, you can only take advantage of 2023 because they have to run something called the FHA case number. Conventional, a lot of lenders are going to honor 2023 loan limits at the end of 2022. If you're that in a rush, if you are in a rush to buy in 2022, but you need 2023 loan limits, please DM me or give me a call, 714-790-9697. 714-790-9697. We will help you find a lender that is currently honoring the 2023 loan limits in 2022. Okay. Last but not least, let's look at some examples. Okay. So let's look at some changes. Let's pull this up really quick here. Oh, there is one last one thing, but let's do some payments. So another thing that it happened 2022, but it's becoming more and more popular entering into 2023. And that is, okay, in 2023, the 2-1 buy down. Of course, we all know now it's softening up to a buyer's market. So you can convince the seller to cover a portion of your mortgage payment. Of course, it's easier to do with a 10% down conventional loan. If you're going with a 5% down conventional loan, you can get it done as well, but you'd have to pay for your own closing costs. FHA, you could ask the seller for up to 6% in closing costs. So you can cover a 3-to-1 buy down, which means they'll cover 3% of your rate year 1, 2% year 2, and 1% year 3. And as you guys know, the last 3 weeks, interest rates have come down. Of course, they bounced up a bit today, but we went from 7.5 down to 6.25, down to 6%, and now we're back at 6.375 to 6.5. So what does that mean on an FHA loan? Year 1, your interest rate is 3.5. Year 2, your interest rate is 4.5. Year 3, your interest rate is 5.5. And year 4, you're back at your 6.5. But in the midst of all that, or in the middle of all that, if rates pull back, you could refinance, grab the lower rate whenever rates pull back. And whatever you haven't, the seller hasn't covered on your mortgage payment will go back to you as a principal reduction. That is huge news. That means an FHA buyer can buy a home. You still have to qualify at the 6.5, but year 1, you're paying 3.5. Year 2, 4.5. Year 3, 5.5. Same thing on conventional. On conventional, unless you're going 10% down, typically they're getting 2-1 buy down. So right now, his rate is at 6.5, year 1, 4.5, year 2, 5.5, and year 3 back to 6.5. Well, some of you think, well, they're gonna foreclose once it goes back to the original rate. Remember, they qualify you based on the higher interest rate, on the qual rate, not on the lower payment. So if you don't qualify for the higher rate, you can't even get the lower rate to make the payment. Make sense? So those are big changes happening. And I'll do one example here really quick. Let's pull up an example right now. The loan limit for conventional, 5% down, max purchase price is $764,000. Okay, you can do 5% down. Let's look at it really quick here. So 750 credit score, 764 loan purchase price. Okay, I haven't updated the new loan limits yet, but that will be updated in the system. Rate, let's say 6.375 today. 30-year fixed, 5% down. So you can buy a $764,000 home with just $38,200. Okay, and of course you got to cover some closing costs, but depending on how you negotiate, you might be able to get all your closing costs covered. But if you want to do the 2-1 buy down, you're probably gonna have to come out of pocket about 2% in closing costs. Okay, so another, let's say 15 grand on top of the 38,000. Your total mortgage payment with today's rates pulling back, okay, is going to be $57,17. That's a $764,000 home with 5% down. But check this out. Where we at? Ooh, did something come over? Okay, check this out. With the 2-1 buy down, year 1, you save about $900 a month on your mortgage payment. So about $4,800 for this mortgage payment all year 1. Year 2, you're gonna save about $463 a month. So imagine buying a home and getting a cheaper payment. So you can get your home with a lower rate. You got to qualify for the higher rate, but you can always ask. You can always refinance if rates pull back. Let's check on the FHA loan. Okay, let's put one here, 600 grand. Okay, we're gonna go to 600 grand on FHA. Imagine $600,000 FHA. As you guys know, some prices have pulled back, so you can get away with $600,000. Interest rate for FHA right now, let's say, is 5.875. So I think 5.875, 3.5% down. So 3.5% down, you have to cover $21,000 out of pocket. $21,000. Okay. You went and you did the 3-2-1 buy down, which you can do in the FHA. Right now, your payment would be $4,600 for a $600,000 home with interest rate at 5.875. But year one, 3-2-1 buy down, your payment drops $1,040 all year one. Okay. Year two, your payment drops $714. Year three, $364. Okay. And then year four, you're back to normal. But you see right here, you need about 4% for closing costs, 4.32. That's why on FHA, you can ask for up to 6%. So you can get 6%, you can use 4.3 for the buy down and about close to 2% to cover your closing costs. This should be can't cover all of it, but you're going to cover a majority of your closing costs. So those are the changes happening. So with if you are not in a position to buy, of course, there's nothing you can do. But if this information fits your narrative, I would talk to a lender and get a soft mortgage credit pool. I go full screen. Of course, now times have changed. Mortgage lenders can do soft mortgage credit pools. They can get you approved without running your credit. Of course, until you're ready to present offers, then they have to run your credit. They need a hard pool, but at least you know where you stand before that. So that's really big rolling into 2023. I think soft mortgage credit pools are going to be bigger than ever, okay, in 2023. So remember, guys, the changes. FHA loan limits went up. Conventional loan limits went up. FHFA has removed loan level pricing adjustments, right? Removing the risk as first-time home buyers on conventional loan, Home Ready, Home Possible. Oh, again, on Home Ready, Home Possible, you have to be below the area median income by 100%, okay? You can't go above 100%. I can't go below, you can't go above 100%. In high-cost areas, 120%. So talk to a lender, see if you meet that requirement. And also, now with rates have gone down, 2-1 buy downs, 3-2-1 buy downs are becoming very popular to get a lower interest rate. An interest rate with a payment in the 3s for FHA, in the 4s and 5s for conventional. So definitely talk to a lender. Soft mortgage credit pools. Because this year alone, they released these soft mortgage credit pools so lenders can get you approved. What's the use of looking at your income and your paperwork if they don't know what you're approved at? You're out there shopping. If you without a hard credit pool, you're out there shopping and there's no certainty. Now you can shop with certainty without it affecting your credit score. So once you're ready to run credit, a lender can run it. It's a hard credit pool. So those are the changes happening in 2023. So the floodgates will open. Of course, anything can change when it comes to interest rates. But for now, interest rates have kind of mellowed out. Last week's rates dropped significantly, but of course, wage reports came out and the job market is too tight. So the feds have to do something to crush the job market. It sucks, but it's reality. More and more people have to become unemployed before the Fed can pivot. As inflation comes down and as unemployment goes up, the feds will pivot and you'll see rates come down. But if inflation doesn't come down and if inflation stays up and unemployment is low, you will not see rates get better. So if you're sitting there trying to time the market, at least you have all the resources you need as you watch What's a Mortgage, and you have these buy downs. That's the main thing. You have these buy downs. But if you feel that prices will come down more, then don't buy. If you're not in a position to buy, then don't buy. But remember, as prices come down, rates have gone up. So be prepared to battle against investors, right? I think JP Morgan is they have about $1 billion to buy rental properties, and I think BlackRock has $50 billion. These investors are raising their funds right now as we speak. So I feel, to me, it's my conspiracy theory, not saying that's true, but I believe the feds are buying time for these big organizations to raise their funds. So when rates pull back, don't forget, they have all this cash, but they're going to leverage it to borrow more money and buy properties cash. Okay, they're not going to tie up all their money like, I'm going to buy all these properties cash with just the money we have. We're going to leverage it to get more money to buy up more homes in the United States. Okay, so of course, if you're not in a season to buy, there's nothing you can do. If you want to buy, but you want it to meet your criteria, do your soft mortgage credit pull, and then you'll know where you stand. Hopefully, you enjoyed this content. Hopefully, in 2023, you meet your home buying goals. Okay, let's get some Q&A here. Guys, also, if you have mortgage questions, please give us a call, 714-790-9697. Okay, for all the shy guys and shy girls, you can always DM us, okay? Hopefully that helps you out there. What up, Marquise? How you doing? Lonnie, how you doing? Can I purchase a duplex with FHA? And the answer is yes, JV. You can purchase a duplex with FHA, okay? Craig, yes, thank you for answering that question. Refinance later is cost prohibitive if done before 7 years, correct? When you refinance, there is cost. You can either roll it into the loan, or you can take a higher rate, or you can come out of pocket. Hopefully that helps you out. And Marquise, yes, the calculator is public. Okay? Well, guys, I really appreciate all the comments. I really appreciate everyone who stayed and watched. If you're not following us by now, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe or notification button. So you are notified every time we post new content, every time we go live on a new message. If you want to stay up to date on mortgage news or on the economy, definitely follow the page. All right, guys, we want to end our episodes with, our attitude is gratitude. Without you, there is no us. So thank you guys so much. It's on what'samortgage.com. Gianni, okay? Hopefully that helps you out. I think